Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it has been such a long time since I did a full-on favorites and flops doing products I'm loving and products I'm not loving so much, most of which today actually comes out of Boxycharms and Ipsy's. So if you want to see the products for the month of January that I have been really into and the ones that aren't going to be making it past the end of this month, make sure to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe because that's the only way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into my favorites and flops for the month and talk about all of the products from a bunch of them Ipsy and Boxycharm, but really from all areas of beauty that I'm loving and not loving, stay tuned. So starting with the number one call out for the month, it is the palette I have on my eyes today. This is the Aether Beauty Desert Sunset palette. This came in my Boxycharm premium box and it is absolutely beautiful. Now I featured their products on my channel in the past. A couple months ago, the Moonlight palette came in the Halsey Ipsy X box, and I fell in love with the eyeshadow formula. It is such a great formula, and normally you know I tend to gravitate towards purples and cool tones, but these colors are so beautiful that they just, I mean, I'm using this shade right here, which is called Sunset, all over my lid. I took a couple of the mattes just to blend it out. I have this shade right here, Twilight, on the inner corner, and it really just feels like such a beautiful, wearable, everyday eyeshadow palette. And the colors are, I mean, I have cool undertones in my skin. Because of the pink salmon dual chrome color going against gold, you can wear this if you're warm toned, cool toned, and anything in between. Plus, it's one of the few palettes where the shades and the mattes are dark enough that even on darker complexions, you can get some beautiful gradients out of this palette. The only shade I think deep skin tones may not want to use is the lightest highlight shade. All of the rest of them I think could work, and even this one, if you're using it sparingly as a highlight, I think it could be really effective. Standout product of the month coming out of Boxycharm Premium. Next, also coming out of Boxycharm, this is the CoverFX Your Formula for Beauty Custom Enhancer Palette. Now, the Custom Enhancer drops are products that I've been using for a very long time. They're absolutely stunning, but these powder highlights are so good. I'm going to take a little bit of the pinky shade today and kind of put it on as a blush topper because I feel like I want to add a little bit more glow to the cheeks. And it is such an instant, like you see that glow, without looking like a giant stripe of highlight on the face. You get glow. You don't get like bling. And I know coming from me, that's a lot because in the past I used to love putting on like 4 different highlights and really making my skin a giant glowing crystal ball. I don't do that anymore. I like when things are a little bit more subdued and you can get blinding out of this, but the way it blends out, it just gives you this almost wet look to the skin. I'm not greasy, I'm not shiny, I'm not wet. This is just that glow coming from the inside of the skin because of a great highlighting powder. I also am wearing a luminous blush today, and I've also been loving. This one did not come out of a Boxycharm, but this is Peony Pink, which is one of the lip and cheek colors from Honest Beauty. This is Jessica Alba's line. I did an Instagram and TikTok video on this, and I didn't love it on the lips, but on the cheeks, it was so beautiful. And layering these two together, you get this beautiful lit from within glow shining through the skin that just looks so stunning. I don't think my skin has looked this good in a very long time. I feel refreshed, I don't feel dry, I don't feel tight, and I'm getting this beautiful luminosity that I'm really happy with. I do have one more cream product to talk about. This is from RMS Beauty. This was sent to me, and it is a quad of 4 of their glowy, luminous cream products. It is the Living Luminizer Glow Quad. Now, all of these products are in their collection in full sizes. I actually own a couple of them already. So like the bronzer and the Living Luminizer, both are products I'm familiar with. But this little palette is just so convenient because when I use a cream, I typically just want to take a tiny bit on my finger and pat it in. The bronzer is so pigmented that a tiny bit on the finger, you go like this, and then you blend it out, and it works perfectly. And it is so small and compact and easy to travel with. Not that I'm traveling, but you know how sometimes you come across those products and you're just like, you know what? This is going to travel good. That is how travel well. What am I saying? This is one of those products where I just feel like it is going to be great long-term for my routine, especially now that my skin is a little drier. Now that I live in Colorado, I have noticed I need a bunch more hydration in my skin, and cream products have really been coming to the rescue. Next, also from Boxycharm, this is the Love Yourself LYS Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. I think this is fantastic, but not as a primer. I'm going to communicate that a little bit better. It makes my skin look beautiful. The skincare benefits are amazing. A lot of the skincare ingredients in this product are things that I'm already using in my skincare routine. So the ingredients are doubled up and it helps, and it is a great product, and it is a great gripping, hydrating primer. What I will say is whenever I'm using a primer like this that says gripping, I want it to almost smooth my skin. And I guess I expect that because of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. The Hydro Grip Primer, I find, does that smoothing and gripping thing, but it does it in a way that actually blurs and smooths my pores as well. So if you are not heavily pored like I am, this one is going to be amazing for you. And this also has better skincare benefits from this. I just find when I use this one, I do need to take an additional primer on top just to make sure I'm smoothing everything over. Lately, that primer has been the Hourglass Vanish Primer. This is the primer cocktail I have on today. I took this everywhere, and then I concentrated this on the nose and T-zone just to make sure that I had that extra blurring. And the combo is beautiful. But if you have heavy pores, this may not be enough. You might want to double up. The first flop I have also comes out of Ipsy this month. I know I didn't post an Ipsy unboxing. My box came super, super late, and it got shipped to my old address, and it was a whole mess, and I basically just got it. And I can tell you already, the Kimchi Set the Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray, the formula is really good. It keeps my makeup looking great. The spray is so aggressive that I can't miss this on my face. I have to like spray it on a sponge and then gently just dab it over the face, which I guess does its work. But the whole point of it being in a mister bottle is that I can just mist it all over my face. So I'm probably going to decant this into another bottle just so that I can, you know, get use out of having it in a bottle that I like, because I don't love the mist, but the product formulation is great. But I can't stand when brands put all of this time and energy into formulation and then they just throw it into a bottle that doesn't do the product justice. I have one more favorite and one more favorite and flop, kind of two in one. First, the favorite. This is the Live Tinted Raise Copper Eye Masks. I did a video of this over on Instagram and TikTok as well. I think these are beautiful. They depuff the under eyes. They help to smooth this area out. They hydrate. They are so good. You know I love eye masks, and these are probably some of the best I've used. I would put them up there with the Aether Beauty baggage claim under eye mask. They are that good. The product that I'm loving and not loving at the same time, also from Live Tinted, is the Hue Stick in the shade Origin. Now, I did use this in another video, and I liked it in person, but as I was watching the footage, I didn't love it on the lips as much as I thought I did. On the cheeks, I think it was so beautiful. It gave this beautiful warmth to the cheeks, and it is such a color that I typically wouldn't go for. Now, the formula is fantastic, so I will be trying this in the future in different colors, because it's one of those products that I'm really enjoying, and I loved the way it looked on my lips. But as I saw that video more and more, I think it was a little too warm for me. So like, I'm kind of on the fence because it's a beautiful product, does not disappoint, wears really beautifully, it looked great on the lips, but I don't know if it has that same impact on camera, because when I was watching the video footage, I didn't love it as much as I loved it when I was looking in a mirror, which I get that that's a me problem. Most of you are not on YouTube, you're not doing videos, so how it looks in person is all that matters to you. That is very important. But if you're somebody like me who is constantly on camera talking about products, you definitely want things that are going to look the same in person as they do on camera. And for some reason, there was a little bit of a discrepancy with the undertones. And the last thing, just because I do not like ending on a negative note, you know I like ending with a favorite. I recently repurchased something, which never happens. Not only do I very rarely buy things, I am very blessed that a lot of the products I get are sent to me, like 99% of it. So it is very infrequent that I actually purchase something. I bought another Tarte Shape Tape. I have not had a new Tarte Shape Tape in like 2 years. And I recently, like a week ago, repurchased it because I was like, you know what? I love how my under eyes used to look on camera. I loved how they used to look in person. And it hasn't for a while. And this was the common denominator of what was the issue. I had not used this in a very long time, and when I did, it was a very old tube. I used this today, and let me tell you, my under eyes have not looked this good in a very long time. They are smooth, there's not creasing, there's not cracking. 2016 Brett was right, and I'm gonna continue to use my Tarte Shape Tape, even though everybody else is like, leave it in 2016. I'm not going to. I'm going to continue to use it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, let me know your thoughts down below. As always, I would love to hear your recommendations because that's how I decide what I'm going to be trying in the future. Let me know down below what you're loving this month so that I can give it a try, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.